Hey everyone, Lucamus Prime here, so it's time for a franchise ranking video today, guys. Today I'm going to be ranking another sub-franchise today. Today I'm going to be ranking the movies for one of my favourite Avengers being Captain America, so this will include all three of his MCU movies, where it's a standalone Captain America movie, and also the classic movie as well from the 90s. So yeah, I'll be including that one as well in this ranking, because why not? It's a Cap movie, so yeah, let's include it. So yeah, so this is from best to worst in my personal opinion, guys. So if you disagree, that's absolutely fine. It's your opinion, which I'm not going to disrespect or challenge, but please respect my opinion, just like I respect yours. Starting with my all-time favourite Captain America movie, which I really, really love. It's amazing, and what I consider my third favourite MCU movie after Endgame and Infinity War, which is Captain America: The Winter Soldier from 2014, and I give that, like, I've got to give it 10 out of 10, absolutely. It's amazing. Like, what a really amazing political thriller in this franchise. It's incredible. What I like about it, the acting by the entire cast was incredible. You know, I've got to give it to Chris Evans as Cap, Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, and Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, Cobie Smulders as Maria Hill. Definitely also like the introduction of Robert Redford as Alexander Pierce, and also Anthony Mackie as the Falcon. Definitely enjoyed his bonding with Cap as well in the movie. It was pretty good. I liked it. And the visuals absolutely spectacular, very stunning and brilliant. The action was epic. I love the action of this movie, especially the fight in the elevator, and also the fighting towards the end of the movie on the, the helicarriers near the Triskelion. That was really epic fight scenes. And I also definitely love the scene with old Peggy when she's in a retirement home in the 90s. Like, that was a really emotional scene where Cap reunites with her. It was great to see her again, and the way they made Hayley Atwell look like she was in her 90s, all that makeup and CGI was epic. They did a really great job doing that, really did. And I also as well definitely love the post-credit scene as well, where it shows Sokovia and Baron Strucker is detaining both Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, and he's experimenting on them using Loki's scepter. Like, that was a great, setup for Age of Ultron. But nonetheless, The Winter Soldier is an amazing movie. Really great. I really enjoyed watching it for the first time. It was epic. I loved it. So, 10 out of 10. Now, my second favourite Captain America movie has to be the First Avenger from 2011. Just think about it, guys. 2011 is nearly 10 years old because, this is January 2021 where I'm recording this, and it's nearly 10 years old. Goodness me, it doesn't feel like it at all. Anyway, so I give this movie 8.5 out of 10. Because, to be honest, while it doesn't help to Winter Soldier for me personally, I actually think it's a pretty great movie. I love it. So, what I like about this movie, okay, so the acting by the cast was great, Once again, praise goes to Chris Evans as Cap. And I definitely really, really loved Hugo Weaving as the Red Skull. Like, he nailed the role. I mean, my favourite role he's played of all time is Agent Smith from The Matrix. But I definitely, loved him as a Red Skull. He played him so well in this movie. He was amazing in the role. And I also loved Sebastian Stan, where we got introduced to him as Bucky. Like, he was great in this movie as Bucky, but I think he was much better than Winter Soldier, when he's playing the Winter Soldier. And, like that. But in this movie, he was great for her first time playing Bucky. And so was Hayley Atwell as Peggy. And I also definitely as well loved Neil McDonough as Dum Dum Dugan. He was pretty great in the role. He's a great actor. And I also as well definitely liked Tommy Lee Jones in his role as well in the movie as Chester Phillips. I gotta say, I thought he was much better than in this movie than how he was as Two-Face in Batman Forever. I definitely will say that. I also liked, Toby Jones, aka Dobby from Harry Potter, as Arnim Zola. I thought he was very good in the role. I didn't really care about whether he was human and not, his form where he's that giant face on the screen, like in the comics, with that big head. Didn't really care about it because I knew he'd probably become that later on, which is true when it comes to Winter Soldier, because he becomes that subconsciousness in the computer, doesn't he? So, yeah, I knew what happened to him, really. And everyone. I also as well definitely loved the introduction to Howard Stark, Tony's father, played by Dominic Cooper. He was pretty good in the role as well. And as well, I definitely also liked Stanley Tucci as Abraham Erskine. So yeah, the cast was great. The visuals were also amazing as well. The action was also really epic as well, really good. And the music was also very good too. And I definitely like the post-credit scene, where it takes place right after, the end scene where Nick Fury meets Cap in present-day New York. Then it cuts to a scene which, of course, is taking place in the Avengers movie, where it's in the dojo. And he reports him about a mission, which, of course, sets off the Avengers movie, which, looking very excited. So yeah, this was a great movie, but I think probably the only issue I can name with this movie, guys, is I didn't like how they killed off Erskine right after the experiment which turned Steve Rogers into Cap, the superhuman. Like, I didn't like how they killed him off just like that. I think he deserved way more screen time and way more development. But nonetheless, Stanley Tucci did a great job playing him in the movie. But he had a very good German accent too for a role, just like how Hugo Weaving did as the Red Skull. So yeah, and it's a shame that Hugo Weaving doesn't want to return as Red Skull in the future movies, because I think the reason why he chose not to return in future movies as the Red Skull was because he didn't really like, you know, playing him, especially with all the makeup on him and stuff like that, which is understandable, really. But yeah, I wish it would come back later. Now, my third favourite has to be Civil War from 2016. And I give it a movie an 8 out of 10. So what I like about this, you know, the acting by the entire cast was amazing. The whole cast did such a great job in this movie. The visuals also very good too. And the action was amazing. And I like how we got introduced to new characters. You know, the most ones I can name is definitely Spider-Man. And also the great Black Panther played by the great Chadwick Boseman. You know, may he rest in peace, and Wakanda forever. And definitely also have introductions to Baron Zemo played by Daniel Bruhl, who of course we are going to be seeing in the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show, which I'm very, very excited for. And I also really love the entire airport battle. Like, that fight scene was one of the best fights in the whole MCU. It was so epic. I loved it. Great to watch. And I also as well loved the whole, you know, tragedy where we finally find out how Tony's parents died. And it was such a tragic moment. It makes you feel really, really bad for Tony when he learns that Bucky, under the control of Hydra as a Winter Soldier, killed them. That was such a heartbreaking moment. Like, I felt so bad for Tony. I felt really sorry for him. So yeah, poor Tony. But yeah, however, my issues with the movie, guys, I've got quite a few. I think we can agree that the biggest issue the movie has is the title, because there's so many Avengers in this movie alongside Cap. So it feels like an Avengers movie. It'd have a much better ring to it if they called it Avengers Civil War, not Captain America Civil War. Because there's so many Avengers coming back, with the exception of Hulk and Thor, because they're both in the following film, Thor Ragnarok, aren't they? So yeah, I didn't like how, you know, there was so many Avengers brought back, you know. And also, because, you know, they, you know, showed lots of screen time for the other Avengers besides Cap, it didn't feel like a Captain America movie at all. Like, it felt more like an Avengers movie than a Cap movie, to be honest. Like, it was so weird. Like, it's very hard to refer to it as a Cap movie. I also don't like as well how, it was great how Brock Rumlow finally became Crossbones, like he does in the comics, of course, but I don't like how he had such little screen time and he got killed off. Like, I think he deserved a lot more attention and development, you know. I think he was quite an underrated villain. I think he deserved a lot more attention. He was pretty good. And, of course, with the introduction of Spider-Man, you know, like many people, I do not like Marissa Tomei as Aunt May at all. As I said before in my Spider-Man ranking video, I don't like him in the role because she's far too young, and she's not meant to be viewed as like an attractive person. She's meant to be a kind old lady looking after Spider-Man, like in the Raimi trilogy played by Rosemary Harris. I mean, guys, I'd rather have Sally Phillips as Aunt May than Marissa Tomei, you know, from the Amazing Spider-Man duology. I'd rather have her in the role than Marissa Tomei. I just don't like her in the role. She's not the right actress for the role at all. She really isn't. They should have cast an older actress. Like, I don't know why they had to cast such a young actress. And guys, don't even get me started on those Aunt Bay memes, because they make me want to throw up. Like, you don't view her as an attractive woman. You just don't. Like, that's disgusting. Don't get me started on that, please. Just don't. I'd rather have her like she is in the Raimi trilogy or the Amazing Spider-Man duology, okay? Like, I can't take her as a young woman, I just can't. But nonetheless, this is an enjoyable movie to watch. But now we get down to my number one list for a Captain America movie, which you probably guessed, because I mentioned at the start, is definitely the 1990 Captain America movie. And oh my gosh. I saw this on TV a long time ago, guys, and I was disappointed. I really was. I think probably the only good things I can hear about a movie is the acting, really. Honorable mention probably has to go to the guy who played Cap, which was Matt Salinger, even though I very much prefer Chris Evans. I also liked Ronnie Cox, aka Dick Jones from the first Robocop movie, as the President. And so yeah, that's all the good thing I can name. And the action was kind of decent a little bit, it was okay. But What I don't like about a movie, guys, is, you know, it's so unfaithful to the source material of the comics. It really is nothing like the comics at all. The best example I can name is the Red Skull, because in the movie, guys, he's not even German, he's Italian. And he's not even called Johann Schmidt, he's called Tadzio De Santis. Like, what? Why have they done that? Why have they changed his origin like that? And not to mention, his face doesn't even look like a skull. It's not a skull, is it? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I can't see a red skull at all on his face. I just can't see a red skull. Like, that's why I very much prefer Hugo Weaving as the Red Skull. He was far better in both acting and definitely in terms of design. Like, I very much prefer Hugo Weaving. But yeah, this movie, you know, it ruined, you know, my love for Captain America. But because of the acting and the music and, you know, some of the action, you know, I'm going to respectfully give it a 5 out of 10. That's me being generous, despite it lacking so much, you know, lacking the source material or faithfulness and also the direction and it took, really. So yeah. Anyway, guys, this is me doing my ranking of the Captain America movies from best to worst in my personal opinion. So yeah, so number 1 is The Winter Soldier, number 2, The First Avenger, number 3, Civil War, and number 4, the 1990 Captain America movie. So guys, you know the drill. Be sure to give this video a like. Also, be sure to leave comments how you guys would rank the Captain America movies. I will tell you guys to rank them, but then again, I can do this all day. Also, be sure to join Team Prime by pressing subscribe for more videos coming in the future, and I love you 3000.